Would we trust somebody who is stirring up these violent feelings, who is pointing fingers, scapegoating, making a joke about a violent attack on Paul Pelosi? Why would you trust that person to have power over you, your family, your business, your community?
Not sure what candidate she was referring to, Dave, but I'm pretty sure GOP came out right away to denounce the violence against Paul Pelosi. And in fact, just last night, it was a GOP candidate, Don Bolduc, who had someone try to punch him. Lee Zeldin attacked on stage. So let's face it, all political candidates on both sides have faced some possible crazies coming out after them.
Of course. And look, we live in a hyper-polarized time, and big tech and social media have done strange things to all of us. So nobody's hands are totally clean here. But it's like basically the ultimate irony that she's talking to Joy Reid as she's talking about inflammatory remarks and everything else. Joy Reid, who every day, I mean, the whole drive of her show is to call half of the country racist and white supremacists, and Donald Trump's a Nazi, and extreme MAGA Republicans. It's like, look how simply you could flip the language on them. They say we're saying all these mean things about them. Well, if you keep calling half the country Nazis and evil MAGA Republicans, are you putting a target on their back? I mean, just using their own logic, the answer would be yes. I'm not even saying that's the case, but by their logic, they're doing exactly what they claim we are doing. So Hillary, it's like, lady, you said that Donald Trump was an illegitimate president. Were you not abiding by the election last time? Are you an election denier? How come Joy didn't ask her that?
It's only okay when they do it, of course. And again, when it's
Democrat
a Republican.
privilege.
It's amazing, right? But we even have the mainstream media. This was an interesting headline. At least they're being honest a little bit. The Washington Post points out the reality that the GOP is more enthusiastic about Trump than Democrats are about Biden. I mean, there's talk that him and Kamala should just even say, we are not going to run at all. And it's, I don't think they're going to do that, but there's calls for it already.
No, look, Joe Biden, whether he realizes it or not, he's going to be the sacrificial lamb here because obviously he's too old and muddled and everything else to run for a second term, even though he's pretending that he is. And Kamala and Pete and all of them are pretending that they'll support him. But they are going to need to blame someone for this. And by the way, even in a good year, even if things were going well right now, generally speaking, the incumbent president's party does very poor in the off years. The fact that we have so many bad markers right now is just adding to it. So they're going to have to push Joe out. I suspect that either Hillary or Barack Obama will basically be on a 60 Minutes interview and say, you know, Joe does seem like he's lost a step. And next thing you know, all of the media will be saying it, and they'll figure out a way to put him out to pasture. And then they will move on to whether it's Gavin Newsom or Hillary. I mean, the list is not very impressive. But they're in a lot of trouble. They should be in trouble. And I would say, Bianca, I know you're in Florida as well as I am. The freedom movement starts here. You know, Florida basically is exporting freedom. And if we can make America more like Florida, we won't have to worry about the Joe Bidens and the Joy Reids and the rest of them.
You're right. Well, the smart folks from California like us and some New Yorkers, you know, the exodus did come here. So I think people are catching on to the vibe and what's happening. I did want to get your take on this. This is really enjoyable. So we have Elon Musk over at Twitter now, and, you know, he's trying to charge users for verification on the platform. And AOC and him kind of got into a Twitter war yesterday. She was calling him out, saying LMAO, a billionaire earnestly trying to sell people on the idea that free speech is $8 a month, to which he shot back. And I love this because she does sell merch. Her $58 sweatshirt, she's so hypocritical. I think she even had another one that was like $300 a few years ago, Dave. Do you remember that? It was like tax the rich. Super grotesque.
Yeah, tax the rich while she's at the Met Gala in something like what was it, like a $30,000 gown while, you know, she's
unmasked. And the designer hadn't paid her taxes. It was such a debacle.
I'm shocked. And all of the people that were serving them, the servants still had to wear masks. But there's a beautiful thing happening right now because Elon Musk, look, Elon Musk is not a traditional conservative. Elon Musk, until a few months ago, had never voted Republican. That's what he tells us. And then he finally voted for Mayra Flores now that he's moved to Texas instead of California because he wanted to escape for tax reasons and a whole bunch of other reasons. So the idea that they're trying to pin him as this evil, maniacal, right-wing, scary, racist, conservative, capitalist, whatever. It's like, man, you guys just want nobody to be on your side, because if Elon Musk is not moderate enough for you, who I have no doubt is extremely moderate on social issues and again is not a traditional Republican.
No, right.
If he's not good enough for you, AOC, if he's the guy you want to pick fights with, well then congratulations, because you're just going to keep purging more and more people to our side, and frankly, I'm fine with that. So maybe I hope AOC is not watching this.
I highly doubt she's watching
Does
us.
AOC watch Newsmax in the afternoon? I don't know.
No, I mean, we've invited to have her on. It would be quite entertaining, but I think she's too afraid of that. You know, it'd be an interesting conversation with her. Hey, Dave, as always, we appreciate you coming on. We love your insight. It's always a good time, and next week you'll be back with John.
Sounds good. See you soon.
All right. Have a good weekend.
If you're looking for more honest and thoughtful conversations about politics instead of nonstop yelling, check out our politics playlist. And if you want to watch full interviews on a variety of topics, watch our full episode playlist all right over here. And to get notified of all future videos, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell.